So I'm Jessica Peak.
I'm Brianna Taylor.
Alrighty, Brianna. So let's talk about Pose. You ever seen Pose before?
Yeah. Seen a couple episodes.
You like it?
It's alright.
Well, it's just alright.
I'm not really I support the LGBTQ
Q2? LGBTQ.
I support it, but it's just not really my thing. Like,
So what do you support about it?
I just like for people to be themselves. Like, I support people being themselves.
So what do you classify yourself as? Because I'm bisexual. So what are you?
Straight.
You straight? You ain't gotta look at the camera, girl. You consider yourself straight?
Yeah.
Do you think that like makes your views on like transgender and transsexual like situations different?
In a way.
Why?
I guess because I'm not really around them, so I don't really have an opinion about transgender or yeah.
So like if you had like a child that was trans, what'd you say?
I mean, at the end of the day, if it's my child, I have to love them whether they're transgender, whether they're straight, bi, whatever. That's why I was support it.
Right. I agree. So what I plan to talk about is like fabulousness and camp. Do you know what camp is?
No.
Alright, so camp, I'm gonna read you the definition that's in our book and then I'm gonna go from there. Alright, so give me 2 seconds. Alrighty. So the definition of camp is as a failed seriousness, a love of exaggeration or in artifice, the privilege of style over content, and being allied to the double sense in which some things can be taken. Okay. Then it also says, while she maintained that camp taste and homosexual taste were not necessarily the same thing, she claims an affinity between the camp sensibility and homosexual aestheticism and irony. So how I see it as is like camp is just the form of like not taking anything serious, you know, like not really caring about what people feel, what people think. I think that it also means like understanding that I'm gonna walk outside with a scarf on my head if I feel like it, or I'm gonna be very exaggerated in my eyelashes, my makeup. You know how I do my makeup sometimes.
Yeah.
My eyelashes be over exaggeration sometimes. It's something like that. And so, do you feel as though like in your life that you ever see things like in a camp sense?
Me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Even when it comes to like TV or not even just focusing on Pose, but like TV in general. Because I would say like camp is like recently like the Met Gala.
Okay. I'm not answering.
You don't know how to answer that. So like, have you ever seen it? Like, do you think that it's like a cool thing? Do you think it's cute? Do you think it's like a little bit too much?
I mean, I really don't have an opinion of other people. Like, if you want to wear over-exaggerated makeup or over-exaggerate your clothes or whatever you want to do, that's your.
Like, this is the form of camp, your pants.
What the
Like how it's exaggerated.
Oh, okay.
You know? So you see it, just not in the way that you might think that you see it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So like when it comes to like Elektra, you remember the episode where her and Blanca went face to face for the first time?
Mm-hmm.
And so like she had like that dress on. Mm-hmm. It's in this article by the New York Times, I think. Yeah. So it says that she went out and she wore that dress. It was like that blue dress that she had on. And then Blanca had on like that really it wasn't ugly, but it was an ugly dress, and she had that on, but it was both signifying a form of camp because you wouldn't wear that outside.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, have you seen something of that like caliber? Like you be like, why did you wear that outside? Like, you know.
When I'm at work, when I see people wearing like different stuff, I'm like, that's different. I mean, yeah, that's about it.
Is it different or is it ugly?
A little bit. I mean, in my eyes, it's ugly, but they put it on, so they may think it's like
they put that shit on.
Yeah, I'm just honey iced tea.
That is funny. So like, I think like one of my forms of like camp that I see are like people that dress in goth.
Oh yeah, I got a girl that work with me. She dressed like that.
She dressed in goth, but like not like minimal goth. I mean like full blown, like gothic style, black hair, black shoes, black shirt, black pants, black underclothes, black fishnets, black eyeliner, black lipstick. Like
yeah, that's definitely.
It's a girl in my class. She dresses in goth, and like I find that to be very interesting because I be wearing all black, but like I don't think I could go that far, you know.
I got all black now, but I got on a jeans.
So would you wear all like? What would your form of camp be? Like if you had to like signify yourself or place yourself in a form of camp, like what do you think it would be?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess it would just be something out of my ordinary. Like this is something ordinary, so I guess something for me exaggerated would be like me putting on a dress, like a ball gown or something like that. Like I don't wear that.
Like a debutante.
Like I wouldn't. That's out of my comfort zone. Like I wouldn't.
Yeah. So like we talked in class. Like I feel like a form of camp is just like also not just necessarily what you wear, but how you act. So like I see like middle class, lower class, and high class as forms of camp because you can't get in. Like you gotta risk me. You can't get in because if you don't know how to operate, if you don't know how to dress, if you don't know how to speak, if you don't know how to, conduct yourself in a form of their camp, I feel like that you can't get in. And like so like for me, I was lower class. So my mom tried to get me into the camp setting of debutante balls. And that was a lot of money for us, but she wanted me to do it really bad. And so that gave me the in to be in their society, like their world. And that's why I feel like camp is, for a lot of people, it's just a different world that people aren't necessarily
what they used to.
Yeah, used to or have access to. Yeah. So like one thing that we also talk about in class is like straight people, as soon as they see the idea of camp, they want to do it. Like you remember voguing, Inside of Pose? You ever see like straight people try to vogue?
Yeah.
You. But you, for real. You trying to, how you do it? But so like straight people, what's it say? It's on this in this book. It says, while recognizing camp's appeal for straights, most critics argue that something happens to camp when taken over by straights. It loses its cutting edge, its identification with the gay experience, is distant from the straight sexual worldview. So like, you remember, what was that show that we used to watch? I forgot the name of it, but it was that straight guy that used to try to do drag. Do you remember? Well, could you see like, have you ever seen that, like a straight person, not necessarily a man, but like a straight individual try to get into something that they not, like camp for a lot of people, like you remember how growing up we had like the Juicy Couture pants. And so you remember when like straight white people got a hold of Juicy Couture and it just went
down.
Yeah.
It's not popular anymore.
It's not popular anymore. Or like, what's another brand of what was it? Champion.
Oh yeah, Champion. Yeah.
Cause you remember in Walmart?
Yeah, it used to be in Walmart
For like $10. Now how much is it?
Yeah, it's expensive, huh?
It's so expensive.
It's pricey.
It's expensive. You had it right.
I
I tried to get my best friend a Champs sweatshirt and it was $200. I said, I'm gonna go in my daddy's closet and find you one myself. So back to camp. This is the last part about camp. So some of the people that went to the Met Gala last year, the theme was camp. And yeah, so it was just like picking a camp. So some people wore like really, really elegant clothes. Some people did dress in drag. Some people, like, it was just a mixture of like everything. Mm-hmm. And so something that Porter was asked, which is he's a part of, he was one of the people in Pose. The guy, you remember the guy that got HIV?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so he said camp means, as the kids say, being extra. And I'm always extra. And so I think that that's like the best
definition of yourself.
Huh?
What'd you say? You think that's like the best definition of being
camp? I think of being camp is just being extra and then allowing yourself to be extra in that moment. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get to fabulousness. What is your definition of fabulousness?
The definition of fabulous is fabulous. Like, I don't know.
What makes you fabulous? So are you fabulous?
Always.
Ooh, not always. So what makes you fabulous?
Just,
What makes you fabulous?
I don't know. Everything about me is fabulous.
Like what?
The way I carry myself, the way I walk, the way I dress.
The way you walk, the way you dress. Girl, come on.
You stop playing. All right. I don't know. I think everybody has their own definition of fabulous. Like,
mm-hmm.
It's just the way, I don't know. It's kind of like it's just the way you carry yourself, I guess. Or the way you do things.
The way you do things?
Yeah.
So, like, in Pose, what did you, like, if you had to pick one person that just, like, emits nothing but fabulousness, who was it?
I'll probably say Electra.
Electra?
Yeah.
So, do you think that fabulousness also coincides with, like, being snobby?
Oh, no.
No, I'm just really asking.
Oh, no. I don't think that. No.
So, do you think fabulousness and bougie are the same thing?
No.
I do.
You do?
In a way.
I feel similarities.
Yeah, I feel like they have like similarities mm-hmm. to where it's like people equate like fabulousness with money.
Mm-hmm.
People equate fabulousness with accessibility, and I feel like that's bougie. Like a lot of people can't be bougie without money and accessibility. Mm-hmm. But I also think like fabulousness are like the homeless people on the side of the road. Like, you ever see some of them be fresh, but they be having street clothes on. But, like, then you have somebody that's, like, that goes to camp, too. Because you remember how Yeezy, he made stuff that looked like homeless people?
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, now it's like, oh, well, it's cool now because, you know, rich people got a hold of it. Mm-hmm. And so I think that camp and fabulousness definitely, like, coincide with each other in a way. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Yeah, to a certain extent, yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What I mean by what?
Like to an extent, yeah.
Because I feel like you're talking about the words bougie and fabulous, mm-hmm. right? Because you could be fabulous without being bougie. Like, you could be fabulous without having all the money and all that stuff, but bougie is like upper class like type thing. That's what I think.
So like, what's another show like you saw nothing but fabulousness inside the show? I got one. Scandal.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Because, girl, when I tell you, if I could go in Olivia Pope's closet.
You like the way she dressed?
Do I? You know I like to dress up, though. I love the way she dresses. Like, I could just wear it all if I was smaller. I tried in some of her clothes. She has clothes in like Express, I think it is. No, what's the other one? The people that own Express.
Oh, the Limited.
Yeah, they have. She has like a clothing line there, and I tried on all her clothes, but they cut real skinny, you know. And this bunkie can't fit in there, you know. That's true. It's true. So like they had a Vogue ball in 2018, and one of the things like in drag is, you know how I carry my fan, and if you voguing and somebody takes their fan and waves it on you, it's like the sign of like utmost respect.
Like you did that.
You did that.
You did that.
And so one of the things in like fabulousness is if somebody's able to do that to you, is in the like set of Vogue is like, if somebody does that to you, they have to be able to do that to you. Like not everybody can.
Oh, okay. So
give that type of respect.
You gotta be up there.
Yeah. So you remember in Pose, Elektra did that to Blanca after they became friends. And do you feel as though like, I don't know how to say it, like Elektra could have did that to her before they were friends?
Could she or would she?
Would she?
Probably not. No.
Should she have?
Yes.
When? Keep going.
I'm trying to think of that one episode, like when they were not when she first started her little thing, but like the second time they were in there. And
when she got that outfit,
yeah,
like
they got the outfit,
point.
and it was, it was on point. I feel like
that was the one she won, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she should have did that.
Yeah.
But I think the guy, what was his name? The DJ, not the DJ, the host.
I don't remember his name, but I know he's talking about.
But I think he did that to Blanca, and that's why she won. Because one thing about it, today's for sure, I can't dip like that, you know? Well, I think that this is just all like an attribute to like the sides of camp that there are. Like even when I don't think he got that far in the series, but when Angel started dating the white guy, and eventually he broke up with his wife.
Oh yes.
And you saw it. Yeah. And then
and he went to his first ball.
He went to his first ball. And people were looking at him like, why are you here? And he's also white.
Yeah.
But do you think that well, I think that like camps also have to deal with your ethnicity and your color. Or like, I think it has to do with like, it's racial, and it can be, at least in the Vogue community, back then at least, it's racial, but it's also classist.
Yeah. But also there was those two white guys that was in the family before though, and
but they were gay though. So but they were also, if we're going with, okay, so then if that's the case, like their classism was still lower class.
Oh, true. Yeah, because they was homeless.
Yeah, because they were living at Elektra's house.
Yeah.
So do you think that has to deal with classism, or does it have to deal with, or did it? Because I don't know. I'm not sure about it now.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think it has to do with race, but class, yes.
Yeah. So do you think, what kind of class do you think like takes over voguing?
I'd say the lower class probably, because it's like just something for them.
Or back then at least.
Yeah, back then, because it just was something for them to do, like after work or like just in their free time. That was just something for them to do, like something for them to express themselves and just be different.
Do you think it builds like a community?
Yeah, definitely. That's what we definitely did. Build a community.
I think that community is needed too. You know, like I think it takes people. I think everybody needs a community at some point, and I think that's what like camp gives you. You know.
For sure.
All right. Well, I appreciate you talking to me.
No problem.
Say hi to my teacher. Alrighty.